multiverse, that's kind of a popular subject now on YouTube and stuff because secular humanists think they can use it to make statistics and odds against their view not seem so devastating,
Hmm.
Because really evolution, the standard view, is outrageous when you look at statistics and odds. Hugh Ross talks about that a lot. That's a good guy for that subject there. He'll get into statistics and you know, you pretty much know evolution isn't how we got here. Any sensible person would know that. So.
I might have read a book by Hugh Ross or a related author who talked about how just the statistical likelihood of evolution happening and life forming from non-living and stuff like that, and it's just massively low.
It's zero.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's zero.
I mean, we even have a law that we observe in nature, the law of biogenesis, where living things cannot form out of non-living things.
No.
I mean, I suppose even if you thought the conditions were perfect, I mean, even in a laboratory, we haven't been able to do this. Like you could do all the fancy stuff you want in a laboratory. You can have the most perfect conditions ever, and
They've made a little headway, but they haven't figured it out. There was some way though that God made life, So I don't know.
yeah.
But if they figure it out, then they'll say it happened by chance. It's like no.
Well, then they might use the multiverse theory or aliens to they'll use aliens to implant life here on Earth, and then it went from there or something. But then it's like, okay, then where the aliens come from? And of course, they probably could say well, they're clearly way more intelligent than us, so maybe there's another thing out there, and it just kind of gets kind of crazy.
Yeah, the reason that panspermia view is, it's actually seriously considered by people like Richard Dawkins and stuff, and it's because if that's true, then they don't need to explain the evolution of DNA.
I see. They don't have to explain how you got a living entity to be formed.
Yeah.
Like you said, DNA
And
as well.
they won't have to explain cell formation because or an amoeba. These are things they can't explain and they know it. And panspermia is a possible way of escaping the issue.
I suppose they could even say aliens or the panspermia theory brings in these primitive creatures, bacteria that maybe had the ability to evolve and improve or
Mm-hmm.
something. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't know if that's something they've heard, but maybe that's another thing. It's well, the reason why we have
Well,
these
it
positive
doesn't.
mutations is because
Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't have to be aliens landing here and deliberately doing something. It's like just a a volcanic eruption on a different planet that where all this advancing had taken place so far. A volcanic eruption occurred, and now a meteorite with little organisms on it came and landed here. And then that's how life started here. And that's why they can't figure out how life started here. And that's why all life has DNA and so forth.
I'll tell you what, if life came here on an asteroid, those must be some tough mother truckers to be able to survive that much heat and pressure and force. But I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know.
I know there's bacteria thermophiles, halophiles that can survive extreme conditions, but I don't. That's
Yeah,
I don't
I
know.
don't know.
I guess that's they might allude to that and say it's possible.
Yeah. Well, it is possible, this panspermia theory, but you can see that it just like, I don't know. They've created a story to skirt around an issue, but the story is just fabricated. There's no reason to think it's true at all.